Es ist wieder Tourismuszeit. Ich bin Svenja Hecht und heiße euch zu dieser Ausgabe herzlichst willkommen. Wir steigen direkt ein in unsere Themen.
Savannah by 4 Rentals. Namibia doesn't do ordinary. Neither do we. There's no GPS setting for the wild spirit. At Savannah Car Hire, we hand you the keys to freedom, literally. Our fully equipped 4x4s are ready to take you beyond the brochure and into the beating heart of Namibia, where the roads are rough, the sunsets are loud, and the warthogs have right of way. Whether you're chasing desert horizons, elephant footprints, or just that feeling of being beautifully off-grid, we've got your back, and your roof tent. From the Skeleton Coast to dunes of Sossusvlei, your next unforgettable story is out there, somewhere between a sand dune and a starlit sky. So, why just travel when you can roam wildly? Let our trusty 4x4s guide you to places maps whisper about Namibia's calling, answer with a grin, and a gravel road. The Chili Farm, where conservation meets community. Just 40 minutes from Maun, nestled in the lush forests of Tutubega, the Chili Farm is a rustic agritourism escape where nature, people, and purpose connect. With simple stays, great food, cold beers, and rich bird life, we blend laid-back charm with a serious commitment to conservation, regenerative farming, and community empowerment. Unwind in peace, or join the locals for a lively weekend pizza. Your visit helps protect the Okavango Delta, one meal and memory at a time. Contact us. Vivo Energy Namibia. At a glance. About us. Established in 2011, Vivo Energy operates the Shell and Engen brands across Africa, supplying high-quality fuels and lubricants to both retail and commercial customers. In Namibia, the company has been active since 2012 and has since doubled its Shell service station network, reflecting the country's dynamic growth and increasing energy demand. Vision. Our vision is to be Africa's most respected energy business. This ambition is driven by doing things the right way, unlocking the potential of our people and partners, and setting a benchmark for quality, safety, responsibility, and excellence in the downstream energy market. Commercial overview. Vivo Energy Namibia supplies high-quality fuels and lubricants to customers across mining, construction, power, transport, aviation, and marine industries. The company ensures reliable energy supply, supported by trusted technical expertise and services. Additionally, Vivo Energy is expanding its alternative energy solutions, including solar power and LPG, to meet evolving customer demands. Willkommen auf Wildacker. Wildacker is located in a private nature reserve in the northeast of Namibia. 6 luxurious bush bungalows are based on top of an ancient, tree-covered dune. We offer game drives and photo walks. Lucky ones can see the endangered African wild dogs. Enjoy our day excursions to the traditional villages of the Zhu Hoansi San. Wildacker is the ideal gateway to Caprivi's tropical animal paradise, the Victoria Falls, the wild Cowdom, and the world-renowned Etosha National Park. We hope to see you soon. Contact us now.
Biltong and Bites. A true taste of Namibia only at Biltong and Bites. Whether you're a tourist exploring our beautiful country or a local who loves authentic flavors, Biltong and Bites is a must-visit Namibian attraction. Award-winning biltong, drowers, processed beef products, ripened steaks, farm-fresh lamb, springbok pies, sourdough bread, biltong cakes, hampers, and more. All proudly Namibian. Quality and freshness guaranteed, it's what sets us apart. Taste Namibia. We vacuum seal for international travel and export purposes. Take home a piece of tradition. Visit our shop today or order via WhatsApp or email.
namibische Gastgewerbe verzeichnete im Oktober einen deutlichen Rückgang. Die landesweite Auslastung lag bei 61,65% und damit über 3% niedriger als im gleichen Monat des Vorjahres und mehr als 8% unter dem Niveau von 2019. Dies geht aus dem ersten Entwurf der Oktoberauswertung 2025 des Gastgewerbeverbands Namibia, HAN, hervor. Die Zahlen deuten auf eine Abschwächung wichtiger Marktsegmente, obwohl das internationale Interesse weiterhin anhält. Laut HAN-Geschäftsführerin Gitta Petzold wird der Rückgang vor allem durch schwächere inländische und regionale Märkte verursacht. Weniger Namibier und Südafrikaner buchen demnach registrierte Unterkünfte. Die wichtigsten europäischen Quellmärkte Namibias dominieren weiterhin und erreichen teilweise sogar höhere Werte als 2019. Trotzdem wirkt sich das Fehlen lokaler Reisender auf die Gesamtentwicklung aus. Petzold wies darauf hin, dass ein besonderes Problem die fehlenden verlässlichen Daten zu namibischen Reisenden ist. Viele entscheiden sich offenbar für nicht registrierte Anbieter wie private Airbnb-Unterkünfte oder informelle Selbstversorgereinheiten. Wir machen direkt weiter mit unserem zweiten Thema, denn eine öffentliche Konsultation in Swakopmund zur Überarbeitung der Konzessionspolitik Namibias wurde hitzig, als Betreiber und Anwohner davor warnten, dass der Rahmen die Tür für Korruption öffnen könnte und Konzessionen zu einer landbasierten Version von Fischrott werden könnten. Die beiden leitenden Vertreter des Ministeriums für Umwelt, Forstwirtschaft und Tourismus, Fabiola Katamila und Mukono Kamui, betonten, dass das Treffen lediglich dazu diene, Kommentare zum Entwurf einzuholen. Die Sitzung eskalierte jedoch, als interessierte und betroffene Parteien dem Ministerium versteckte Absichten, schlechte Kommunikation und das Vorantreiben einer Richtlinie vorwarfen, die politisch vernetzten Gruppen den Zugang zu Küstenschutzgebieten wie dem Dorob-Nationalpark, Düne 7 und Sandwich Harbour ermöglichen könnte. Katamila, die für die Konzessionseinheit zuständig ist, erklärte, dass die Richtlinie von 2007 überprüft werde und der neue Entwurf weiterhin ein Dokument in Bearbeitung sei. Sie wies darauf hin, dass bisher mehr als 60 Konzessionen unter dem aktuellen System vergeben wurden und sagte, die Überarbeitung ziele darauf ab, die Richtlinie an neue Gesetze und Definitionen anzupassen. Viele Teilnehmer machten jedoch von Beginn an deutlich, dass sie dem Prozess nicht vertrauen. Und dann haben wir noch eine dritte sehr, sehr gute Nachricht, denn das Team der Elefantenschutzorganisation Elephant Human Relations Aid oder kurz ERA im Nordwesten Namibias erhielt kürzlich Meldung über eine Elefantenherde, die ihr Projektgebiet durchquerte, ohne mit Halsbändern ausgestattet zu sein. Die Tiere hatten mehrere Wochen lang zwischen den Siedlungen umhergestreift, was das Team aufmerksam machte. Da ERA alle frei umherwandernde Elefanten in der Region identifizieren und überwachen möchte, wurden mehrere Patrouillen unternommen, um die Herde aufzuspüren. Nach Tagen im Feld und intensiver Beobachtung konnten klare Identifikationsfotos gemacht werden, die eine neue Herde für die Aufzeichnungen bestätigten. Die Herde wurde anschließend in die wachsende Elefantendatenbank von ERA aufgenommen. Dadurch lässt sich die Bewegung, Entwicklung und Dynamik der Elefantenpopulation in Namibias Wüstenlandschaft besser nachvollziehen. Mit jeder neuen Identifikation kommt ERA dem Ziel näher, den langfristigen Schutz der Elefanten sicherzustellen. Das Team arbeitet weiterhin eng mit anderen Organisationen und staatlichen Partnern zusammen, um diese Bewegung zu überwachen und die zugrunde liegenden Faktoren besser zu verstehen. Ja, eine wunderschöne Nachricht und wir machen auch weiter mit etwas Wunderschönem, nämlich unseren Reisezielen.
Fuel your drive with Shell Innovation. Shell fuels combine science, reliability, and care to keep your engine protected, efficient, and ready for the road ahead. Whether it's the daily commute, a weekend getaway, or a business trip, the journey matters as much as the destination. Our world-class scientists have spent decades perfecting fuel technology to improve efficiency, protect engines, and deliver the performance drivers need. Innovation is only half the story, reliability completes it. Choosing Shell fuels means choosing more than petrol or diesel.
Nestled on the banks of the Guma Lagoon, our camp offers ideal access to the northwestern Okavango Delta. The Okavango Delta's elaborate system of waterways, islands, and floodplains serves as a sanctuary for a wide array of wildlife and vibrant vegetation. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and counted among Africa's 7 natural wonders, the Okavango is a destination of unparalleled natural beauty.
Cat Guest House. Your home away from home. Relax in cozy B&B comfort with a pool, playground, and pet-friendly rooms. Enjoy free Wi-Fi, DSTV, and parking, plus laundry and shuttle services. We are happy to arrange city tours or massages with our trusted local partners. Contact 081127 1013 and info@cabinguesthouse.com.na or visit www.cabinguesthouse.com.na.
Korobi Lodge and Game Farm. To book, call +267744044085 or email korobigamafam@gmail.com.
KTE. Visit us at 9 to 11, Nickel Street, Windhoek. Call +264 83 72101000. Email info@tenamibia.com or visit facebook.com/KTE Namibia.
KP Camp. At KP, you'll find 20 private and 3 overland campsites, most right on the river's edge. These sites are equipped with your own 220 VAC solar-powered electricity point, a river water tap, and a spot to light a campfire. The bush campsites are a bit more secluded, so you get lovely shade from big trees but miss out on the river view. You will also find 14 river-facing tree houses, each with its own bathroom and shower.
Das Le Pain Café an der Puma-Tankstelle in Eros in Windhoek ist längst mehr als nur eine Nachbarschaftsbäckerei. Es hat sich zu einem Zentrum für Gemeinschaft, Wärme und Tradition entwickelt. In den vergangenen 10 Jahren ist dieses lokal geführte Juwel für viele zu einem festen täglichen Ritual geworden, eine vertraute und wohltuende Präsenz in einer Welt, die oft hektisch und unpersönlich wirkt.
Every morning, long before the city wakes up, before the traffic starts, before the rush begins, there's a place where the smell of fresh bread fills the air, a place where every day begins the same way, with warmth, with care, and with the sound of an oven door opening. Welcome to Le Pain Café at Puma Eros. For 10 years, Le Pain Café has been part of the heartbeat of this community, a local business built on simple things done exceptionally well. Every croissant, every roll, every pastry you see here is handmade and freshly baked in-house. No shortcuts, no frozen deliveries, just honest baking the way it's meant to be. When you step inside, you can smell it. That mix of butter, warmth, and freshly ground coffee. Because yes, our coffee matters just as much as our baking. Every cup is poured with care, every latte is made with precision, and every sip reminds you this is where your day truly begins. Some come here for a quick breakfast on the go. Others come for a quiet moment, a chat, or a familiar face. But no matter who you are, when you walk through that door, you're family. Because here at Le Pain Café, we don't just serve food, we serve connection. We're open and ready for you Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Sundays, we open bright and early from 6 to 10 a.m. with limited stock. Because even our ovens deserve a little rest. And if you're planning something special, a family breakfast, a work meeting, or a quiet weekend brunch, you can order ahead. We'll have it ready, fresh from the oven, made just for you. Le Pain Café has grown, but our heart hasn't changed. We still wake up early to bake by hand. We still believe that good food takes time, and that a fresh loaf and a smile can make your day just a little brighter. So when you think of fresh, when you think of local, think of the little cafe that's been here for a decade, quietly filling mornings with a scent of home. Le Pain Café at Puma Eros, where your day begins. Handmade, fresh baked, made with love.
Und dann am ruhigen Ufer des Ornopdam, unweit von Rehoboth, hat sich das Ornopdam Resort zu einem der beliebtesten Naturrückzugsorte in Zentralnamibia entwickelt. Seit mehr als 2 Jahrzehnten bietet das Resort Einheimischen, Wochenendreisenden und internationalen Gästen einen Ort zum Entspannen, die Natur genießen und die heilende Schönheit der namibischen Landschaft auf sich wirken zu lassen. Die stellvertretende Restaurantleiterin Nicolette Carises gibt weitere Einblicke.
Okay, my name is Nicolette. I am the restaurant assistant manager at Lake Onop Resort. At Lake Onop, we are doing different kinds of activities like the speed boats, the canoes. Then we do have the aqua cycles that looks like a bicycle. And then we do have the 2 boats, the solo cruise, which is taking up to 18 guests. There you can have a light lunch with your family, maybe for a little group family thing for 18 people, or you can even have the big boat called Fish Eagle, where you can book up to 30 people, where you can have us maybe for where you can maybe have some lunch or some beverages, any kind of beverage that you want, where we can pack it for you, and then you can go on the water, a slow boat with you. Or you can even do hiking with us, where you can get a map from the office, and then they can direct you from there. We have different kinds of animals. We don't have harmful animals, but we do have like giraffes, the eland, the springboks, the kudus, and yeah, so far.
Und dann haben wir noch die Burgsdorf Guestfarm in der Nähe von Malterhöhe im Süden Namibias. Auf dem Weg zu den berühmten Sehenswürdigkeiten Sossusvlei und Duvisep Castle und Lüderitz liegt genau diese Destination.
Bergsdorf Guest Farm is situated 25 kilometers south of Maltahohe and easy to reach via the C14. Ideally situated for all tours to the southern part of Namibia, Bergsdorf is home to many guests venturing south or to guests simply wanting to enjoy a memorable holiday in a friendly and very relaxed environment. For those not wanting to drive by themselves, all trips to Sossusvlei, Sesream Canyon, now Kluft Park, Duvisep Castle or Hardup Dam can be booked directly on the farm Bergsdorf. Their aim is to conserve Namibia's enduring spirits, thus mixing nostalgia with homeliness and giving birth to the warm and comfortable guest farm. They pride themselves in the uniqueness of their goats, offering the widest variety of different indigenous goat species together at one place. The historical old farmhouse is built out of natural stone in German colonial style. Bergsdorf has a rich history dating back to 1899. The name of the farm Bergsdorf comes from the Hauptmann von Bergsdorf, who was the commander of the Gibeon district. Bergsdorf Farm is located in Sossusvlei. The accommodation options at the Bergsdorf Guest Farm are en-suite rooms, and these en-suite rooms offer 8 rooms which are also suitable for families. The facilities that are included in these rooms are suitable for all families and are of course air conditioned. Bergsdorf Guest Farm has plenty amenities that the guests can enjoy, including their excellent cuisine with homemade local specialties. The accommodation also boasts a swimming pool, sundowners on the Schwartrand Plateau, game drives on the farm, and spontaneous hiking trails. Bergsdorf is a working farm with mostly goats and cattle. At Bergsdorf, you can experience how a Namibian farm operates firsthand. The facilities offered at Bergsdorf Guest Farm are a restaurant, an open-air grill, a bar, as well as a swimming pool. What to do at a Bergsdorf Guest Farm? Well, they offer sightseeing trips and game drives on the farm. There are also extensive trails, mountain hiking opportunities on and around the farm's 13,000 hectare property. Guests can enjoy the unforgettable scenery and sundowners on the Schwatrand Plateau. The activities include sightseeing trips, game drives, trails, hiking, hand gliding, which is seasonal, paragliding, which is also seasonal, sundowner drives, as well as bird watching. And things to see are unforgettable scenery as well as sundowners. So what are you waiting for? Book now at Bergsdorf Guest Farm.
Das war's auch schon wieder mit unseren 3 wunderschönen Reisezielen. Wir machen ganz schnell weiter mit unserer Rubrik auf den Punkt gebracht.
Paparazzi Namib Trails and Safaris is more than a tour operator. We are storytellers of the Namib. From the red dunes of Sossusvlei to the salt breeze of the Skeleton Coast, we design journeys where every horizon carries a heartbeat. We offer tailor-made safaris, luxury escapes, shore excursions, photographic adventures, and Namibia's first wheelchair-accessible 4x4 safaris. Each trail we create is written in starlight, sunsets, and the laughter of travelers who arrive as visitors but leave as family. Contact 0813585713 or 0813675824. Visit www.namibtrailsandsafaris.com or email info@namibtrailsandsafaris.com.
Hollandia Restaurant is a cosy, welcoming establishment in the heart of Ganzi, with a rich history dating back to 1948. Originally a filling station, wholesale outlet, and general dealer, Hollandia Restaurant now offers a diverse range of delicious à la carte dishes. Whether stopping by for a hearty breakfast to start your day, a quick lunch during your tours, or a relaxing dinner, Hollandia provides a warm and inviting atmosphere to enjoy your meal. In addition, guests can savour the finest coffee in town, explore a curio shop filled with unique arts and crafts, and enjoy a refreshing selection of ice-cold beer, cold drinks, cocktails, and handmade ice cream to complete their dining experience. National Art Gallery of Namibia. Why choosing Kunene region? List of adventures in Kunene region. This region delivers a rich mix of culture, adventure, and wildlife, wrapped in landscapes that challenge imagination. From red rock deserts to luxurious river valleys, this is Namibia at its boldest and most breathtaking. So, lace up your boots, charge your camera, and let your spirit of adventure lead the way. The Kunene region is calling, and it's an experience you won't want to miss. Cultural villages. Immerse yourself in the rich traditions, customs, and heritage of local communities by visiting authentic cultural villages. Local food experiences. Savour the unique tastes of Kunene through guided food tours that celebrate indigenous ingredients and culinary traditions. www.visitnamibia.com.na. Riverise Guest House. Once you have experienced the pampering hospitality and attention to detail within its doors, you will never want to leave. Nestled on the banks of the Tamalakane River in Maun, Botswana, our elegant boutique guest house offers an exclusive haven of comfort and serenity. Spacious ensuite rooms featuring extra-length beds are uniquely decorated to reflect the natural surroundings of the Okavango Delta. Unwind by the sparkling pool, or simply soak in breathtaking river views from the veranda and garden. With secure parking and seamless access to Maun's main attractions, your journey begins in refined comfort. Welcome to a place where the sun rises with radiance and the river rises with life. Breakfast included, safe, secure parking, perfect for self-drivers and small groups. At an additional cost and pre-booking essential, airport transfers. 3-course dinners prepared by our chef, barbecue setup. For bookings, contact us below.
Eine Gruppe von Mondesa Youth Opportunities Teilnehmern begibt sich gemeinsam mit Living Desert Adventures und Tommys Tours in die Namib-Dünen. Dort zeigt Guide Chris Nel das verborgene Leben der Wüste. Von nebelerntefähigen Käfern bis hin zum Herunterrollen der Dünen vermittelt der Ausflug, wie die lokalen Custodians seit Jahrzehnten dieses empfindliche Ökosystem schützen.
I grew up in Swakopmund. I went to school here, I grew up here, and I just fell in love with the ocean. That's where my whole love for nature started. It started with the sea, doing a lot of fishing, diving, surfing, and I always knew I wanted to have a career in nature, but I ended up going to study as an engineer, electrical engineer. I did qualify as an engineer, and then I worked at Rossing Uranium, and after 2 years of working there, I realized this is not me as a person. I still want to be in nature because animals, nature, landscapes, plants, it's just fascinating. And so I left everything, and then I went first back to the sea. I did a deep sea diving course. I did commercial diamond recovery in Ludwitz Bay. I lived on the beach for a year, very privileged. In those years you could still do it, the early 90s. And I just started spinning ideas through my head. How can I survive but spend my life in nature? And obviously tourism will come, because with tourism, every day you're in these pristine, beautiful places. And Namibia has the most beautiful landscapes, I would say, in one country, the most varied, beautiful, non-touched landscapes in the world, probably in Africa, of varieties. And to be able to just share that with people, but still you need to make a living somehow. This is my passion, and it's just so special when tourists come and they ask you any question and you can answer it. So what is that plant? We give them the name. What is that animal? We give them the name. And wow, this is amazing. And just to see the joy in their face, that's really worth it. It makes every day special. It's another day at the office. My life is tourism. My life is this desert next to Swakopmund. This has been the biggest project of my life, to just bring it to this point that we can have this amazing, untouched, beautiful desert right next to town. This is about education. We've got such a beautiful inheritance, if you just look here, right next to Swakopmund, and it's so important that you know your backyard. Imagine you had this house and this beautiful garden and you didn't even know what's going on in your garden. And this is the backyard of Swakopmund. It's a beautiful place, it's a special place, it's a unique place, and it's one of a kind on earth. And it's so important that the children that live here also get an opportunity to understand what makes it so special, to enjoy it. And once you understand something and you enjoy something, it's at that point that you cherish it and you protect it. Yeah, we've been doing this. We've been running these Living Desert educational tours. We started the Living Desert in the late 1990s, and in about 2005 we became more established, and about from that time we took thousands of children on educational tours. We don't just see it as a social responsibility, we do it out of love. People come and they approach us, they know what we're doing, and they ask us, are you willing to share these wonderful things, these experiences and this beauty of our desert with the children, the less privileged children, and we do it out of love, and it's fun to work with them. If somebody understands something, then they can see the beauty in it. But only once you understand it will you actually appreciate the beauty. And it's so important that the people of Swakopmund can understand this desert, because then they'll appreciate it. And once they appreciate it, they will protect it. And Swakopmund traditionally over all the years has been a tourist hub. It's one of the most important tourist destinations in Namibia. And it's so important if we're going to attract people here, tourism, because that's the heartbeat of Swakopmund, that we look after what we've got and that we educate the children on what we've got. And in that way, they can utilize this beautiful desert and attract, they can start careers in tourism, for instance, and we're trying to initiate that from our point of view, because I'm a tour guide, and I want to see more young upcoming tour guides that are passionate. And when you have passion, then you can really sell a product, and then you can and that's what makes Swakopmund so special and top of the tourism towns of Namibia. I remember we're standing here, we're very close to Swakopmund at the moment, and in the days before this was a park, we would have, literally behind me there would have been quad bikes and 4x4s. It would have been totally damaged. And today it's pristine right on the perimeters of town. And so we all need to be ambassadors. It's so important, because in that way we can keep it in this condition. And then it's always lovely to live in a place that has something beautiful to offer. Yeah, the Dorp has a long history. When we started these tours more than 25 years ago, this was an open zone. It was a free zone. People could do what they want to, when they want to, with whatever they want to. And they basically really wrecked the place. Growing up here in Swakopmund, spent a lot of time in the dunes, realized there's a lot of endemic little animals, endemic plants, there's a special ecosystem, and we could share that. It was an idea. We could share that with foreigners, and we could create a product. But the problem was we couldn't sell the product because it was all destroyed. So the plan was to try to protect this on our doorstep and to be able to promote it into tourism. And that's where the Dorp came in. It was a long fight. It was a difficult fight. With the help of Rod Braby, I would say he's the hero of the Dorp Park. He's the guy that really did the most. But a whole lot of us together created awareness that there is a problem. Rod Braby, he managed to secure funds through the World Bank, started up Nakoma. Nakoma is Namibian Coastal Management. This Nakoma went out and did surveys, and Nakoma became the interface between the public, the tour operators, and to the government. So they would collect the data. There would be meetings. It went on for 5 years, meetings every week, and they would collect the data. What do people want? What is the problem? What can we do? How can we solve this problem? And then they would take this information to government. And over a period of 4 to 5 years, the management plan was created through Nakoma on how to implement a park. But the Dorp Park is a very special place because it's the only park that has 3 cities in it. So you have people moving in the park, doing their daily things all the time. So you can't apply the same rules in Dorp as you do in Etosha. Etosha says no dogs. You can't tell everybody in Swakopmund you may not own a dog. So we have to be very careful. This is a people's place. We need to leave access for the people, for the public, and they need to enjoy it, but they need to keep it beautiful and pristine and protected. So it's been a long walk. It's been a tough walk. But if we look today, it's been worth every moment. The challenges are uncontrolled tourism, number one. Mass tourism that is not done in a proper way will just take everything and it'll just start from the beginning again. And it's so important that the children, you can work with children. They like clay. You can teach them things. They listen. You can mold them. Adults, they really have their own mind. So we really enjoy working with the children and teaching them about our future and the future of conservation. And that would be a challenge, is to get all the children on board and for them to understand. And once they understand, and it's also important that they benefit from this beautiful setup here, and tourism would definitely be one of the ways that they could benefit as adults. What was quite interesting for me, we stood here on the edges of Swakopmund in the Swakop River, and I was telling them about the desert and a little bit of history and a little bit of things, and then I took out a big chocolate. It was a Kit Kat, and I said to them, okay, I challenge you guys. You turn 360 degrees, look all around you as far as your eye can look, and the first person to see one single paper can have this big chocolate. And they all went, "Ah!" And eventually it was like they started identifying little pieces of sticks as garbage, and it just didn't work, and nobody got the chocolate. And it was just like their faces just hung. There was not a single piece of paper, and that's not just by default. That's because of education. It's because of what the tour operators do. It's because of what the public do. It's because of the pride that they have in this area. It's because of education. And then it was really funny. Now they wanted the chocolate. So I was just holding and I said, okay, so who of you want to be tour guides one day? And it was so weird. Nobody in the group wanted to be a tour guide. So then I said, okay, the chocolate goes to the first person that wants to be a tour guide. Boom! And the whole group were now tour guides. So that was really quite funny for me.
Und wir sind schon wieder am Ende dieser Tourismus-Ausgabe angekommen. Aber keine Sorge, denn nächste Woche sind wir wieder für euch da mit spannenden Themen, wunderschönen Reisezielen und unserer Rubrik auf den Punkt gebracht. Bis dahin, bleibt reisefreudig, bleibt neugierig und das Wichtigste, bleibt auf jeden Fall gesund.